The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56.
Come on, boy.
Kill.
Don't be scared.
Breeze now on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. 13 yards on the game's opening play. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Ready? You ready? 58, come on. Kill.
On second and 11 now. Breeze. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Over. 53. Tonight.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. On second down, Barber. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He digs him partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
A gain of 8 brings up 3rd and 12.
Ready? We're waiting. 58, come on. Record.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down now, Muhammad, good move at the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Here we go.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go.
Murray now on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Kill. Kill. Turn.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. Open man is Trey Burton. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. To throw, it's Murray. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads, and you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Barber. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. On the carry, it's Muhammad. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Chicago! A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, that the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
First and 10.
Yellow lady, yellow lady. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Easy, opposite.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. He'll check this one down to Barber. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on second and 6, Breeze. This goes to Barber, the running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be third down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Bears push further out in front. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Bang, bang. 25, check 25, check 25.
Check the backer, check the backer. Good. Line 4, ready.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Let's go, D.
Running with Barber out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Ready?
From the gun on third down, Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. This one into the hands of Burton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 3rd down, Muhammad. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Play action. Now it's Murray. Looking deep for Gabriel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now a play fake. Breeze. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Odell Beckham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Muhammad. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Ready.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Come on, D.
To throw is Breeze. Setting up the screen here, it's Barber. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. That's taken on the 25. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bears take over. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. The Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown advantage. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 45. first down. Murray hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Murray off play action. It's complete to Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
They'll run on first down. Muhammad. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run with Muhammad. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Muhammad. But he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check pass. Check pass.
The final shot before half for Breeze. Airing this one out for Evans. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. So that one will be accepted.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
at their 49-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Here I come. Alert flash.
They go again with Muhammad. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Muhammad, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 37-yard line.
On second down, Muhammad, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Hey, check Mike, boom. 57. Hey, keep it up. 57's the mic.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Murray and company going for it on 4th. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Let's go.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a handoff here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Muhammad. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. And he's got Miller. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. They'll find Miller. That's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Check safety, check safety.
They'll keep it on the ground. Muhammad, and that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Hey, easy. Right there. You ain't going nowhere.
Breeze now on 1st down. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Big loss here as he's taken down. Bilal Nichols just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Fielded just inside the 20. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 30 yards as the Bears push further out in front. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He has still not connected on a single pass in the second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
Here's Breeze to throw. He's got Evans. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete. Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Breeze to throw again. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken from just now, a hit and a loose football. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Don't get nervous.
On 1st down, Muhammad. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On 1st down, Muhammad. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now a give, right side. Muhammad, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A big pickup there. 18 yards and a Buccaneer 1st.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, Echo.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Again, it's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw, it's Breeze. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Sammy!
Breeze going to go on fourth down. It's caught by OBJ. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. This is caught, and he's brought down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Ready. Yellow lady. He's coming to check in. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucks are able to close the gap just a bit. Now Breeze will bring his guys to the line to go for 2. Now Breeze again. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They'll try the left side. Muhammad. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount.